Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Fiat 3000. It's a Tier 1 Italian light tank. It's located on the north spawn of mines, and this one is under the command of 73north of the WTWW clan. And yes, he's slumming it, or you might even say, seal clubbing it. Anyway, he's actually chosen to go out in the Tier 1 because he wants to ace it. And so he's been trying several times. The Fiat 3000, they made 150 of these between 1921 till 1930, designed in 1919 based on the Renault FT. So it actually did have a variety of auto-loading guns and machine guns in the actual real thing, but according to Wargaming, it only had one gun. So that's all they fitted in it. And I think you can see it's got a 37mm main gun, capable of doing 40 alpha, 60mm of pen, and a fairly slow shell velocity. Well, the first tank he comes after is a light tractor, the light tanker or tractor of the Germans, the LOL tractor as many people call it, T1 Cunningham. Gets one round in and he disappears rather quickly. So some of these are bots, the ones which actually have the colon before and after their name, they're the bots, and all the others are real players. Well, he's shooting his teammate there, I'm not sure why. Or maybe he was just watching his teammate. Oh well, onwards and upwards. That is a bot, that's a medium one, and quite dangerous because of course they've got a heavy gun. But he doesn't really seem to be paying attention as a bot. Oh, now he is. But he's now retreating. And he's out the game, so that's the first kill. Another medium one comes into sight. And yet another bot. There's four real players on either side, and the rest are all bots in the game. And it's a reduced numbers game with only 10 players overall. Now, apparently, the Italians built 150 and they exported 26 of them, actually. And it saw service until 1943. So I presume it was a garrison tank during the Second World War because it wouldn't have stood up very long under enemy fire. The shielding, the armor, is really only very thin, 16mm all round. So it can only withstand bullets, machine gun fire. If somebody was to put a grenade against it, it would blow up. Well, he's killed the Crusader 1 and a Cruiser 1, and that was a real player. Okay, he's just spotted another NC-31, and that guy is getting shots on us, and that's a real player as well. So he needs to be careful. He's already taken a fair bit of damage from that guy, and he gets another kill. Now, yes, admittedly, a lot of the players at Tier 1 are newbies to the game, and they really haven't got any experience. We're just coming up on a T1 Cunningham, which is actually a bot. And I think he's probably going to take this guy out now. Oh, he runs away as quickly as he can. Gets one in. Can he get a second? Yep. And the third? Yes! The guy's not a one-shot now, but he's close. It's a two-shot. Okay. Tier 1 game with only Tier 1 tanks, so he doesn't have to worry about Arty. If it was a Tier 2 game, I would be worried if there were Arty in the game, because you don't really want to go to a position where you're sitting around for any length of time. 21 kilometers an hour is the maximum speed. It's fairly slow. Spotted a medium 1 bot. I think he's fired on that guy before, and his return of fire is not very good. This tank does have gun depression, only 10 degrees, but it's enough to do the job. And one more shot to kill. Yep, that's his 4th kill. Okay, there are enemy tanks now surrounding the hill. They're even on the north side of it. Okay, we've got another bot. It's a Renault Otsu. You can see once you actually get the hill, you can dominate the map. Some players just like to practice at tier 1. The only trouble is, of course, if you are practicing, you might be taking out players who are very new to the game, and they might get discouraged and decide not to play anymore because it's just too difficult if they keep getting wiped out. I do know that some players like to go in at, say, tier 3 or tier 4, where the tanks are slightly more powerful, but you often find that there are people in their seal clubbing as well, trying to improve their stats. Okay, both these guys are bots, so he's just going to roll up and get to a gun depression. Yeah, okay, just start blasting. The FT will go down with one shot. He does. Okay, then we've got the Renault Otsu. He's now one shot, and he's got him as well. That's Top Gun. Now, you do get the Top Gun award, but you won't get a Radley Walters if you kill 8, or a Fool's Medal if you kill 10. Of course, he can't kill 10 now because there's only 2 enemies remaining. A Renault Otsu just around the corner. He's about to spot him. Oh, no, he can't because he's actually in the water. Sorry, I beg your pardon. The Renault Otsu is right down the south and in the water area. Well, the enemy's just got a kill. The Renault Otsu killed our medium 1. There's the other one. Okay, he's not adjusted his aim yet. Now he has. And he's tracked him. Keep those rounds going in. Oh, he's got the machine gun. Spatter of fire coming back from the guy. That's a real player, by the way. GG Kissagood. Kitagod. No, Kitagod, I think it was. And he's out the game. So there's only one remaining. Now, one of our tanks has actually gone into the cap area. And that's a bit of a problem because it shortens the time before we will win by capping. Or we don't want to win by capping. We'd rather actually get that last tank. Now we've got 2 in the cap. And the bots, well, I don't know if those are bots in the cap or not. They could be real players. It's an NC31. No, it's a bot. Oh, one-shot kill, and that wins the game. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for 73north, the WTWW clan in the Fiat 3000. You can tell it's the first one because it's got the scrolls underneath. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle. Duel is for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He managed to get 6. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. He actually got 8, but you can't get a Radley Walters below tier 5, so therefore it doesn't count even though he got 8. 22,394 was the win rate from that one. Yes, I guess the fact that it is mostly bots, and a lot of those bots didn't really perform as they should have done. A lot of bots tend to load the premium ammo straight away and they start accurately shooting at you. So can make life difficult, but in this case they didn't, and therefore 73north was able to dominate them and get a good result. We look at team score, we can see he was the highest scoring human person, only 4 on each side. He got 1,567 hit points. Second highest damage went to the LOL tractor on the enemy team, 434. And then after that, it was the Renault Otsu with 282. That was the guy, I think, who actually was in the water area. No, that's the guy who was at the back that was shooting at us with the machine gun. Yes, GG Kissagod. And yes, he got taken out after he got 282 hit points. When it came to kills, again, we've got 73north with 8. 1 kill went to the 4TP on his own team and the Renault Otsu. Nobody else got anything from the human contingent. And when it came to base XP, he got that one as well. 974 to him, probably because of the amount of damage, sheer amount of damage. 202 went to the 4TP. And we can see the third place was the LOL tractor with 135. He fired 53 rounds in the game, 45 direct hits and 43 penetrations, 1,567 hit points, all of it at short range, 19 hits received from the enemy, 7 of which actually penetrated, 12 non-penetrations, and 86 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 4 enemy vehicles spotted, 10 enemy vehicles damaged, 8 killed, and so he did damage every tank on the enemy team, but he only got 8 kills out of it. He actually suffered a loss of 17,466 credits to the game, mostly because the ammunition he decided to use. He got 25 bonds for a mission achievement and 1,461 experience points. Now, he says this has been yet again a nightmare to ace, with Tier 1 far harder than it used to be getting ace tanker, with some potential bots against you. I only faced 4 real enemy players, with 6 bots that I managed to damaged or destroyed. However, the game has changed for the worse when I first played Tier 1. Well, yes, I suppose it has, but occasionally the bots do fight back really hard. But it used to be the case, way back when I started many years ago, that you actually faced nothing but real players every time you went in at Tier 1. Even if you were an experienced player, you went in with real players, and they tended to get the better of you eventually, unless you were really good. Yes, I've seen people like Voldemort, you all know who I mean, and also Jingles and other players played Tier 1 just for a bit of fun, and it can be a way of honing your skills, but the thing is that it's a bit unfair to the new players who come into the game that they suddenly go up against somebody who really knows what they're doing and uses gun depression and other techniques and the bush mechanic against them until eventually they die. But I think actually 73north was doing it just for the fun of it, and it was mostly against bots. Hope you enjoyed that brief throwback to the days when you first started the game. And although I don't recommend you go out and do it yourself and ace every Tier 1 tank, because some of them are actually quite difficult to ace, the Tier 1s. Some of them are actually very difficult to ace. But all the same, it was just a bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.